crafty friends, I just want to do a project share on these gorgeous stamps from the greeting farm. They're called Miss Anya all year round. They were a lot of fun to color. Actually, I colored them quite a while ago. Christiane's Crafty Adventures and Rachel purchased them, and they were coloring the other day, and I was like, I should share the project share that I did. I colored them, and I took a photocopy of them on shrink film, printable shrink film, and then here they go. This is me, they're colored. I took a copy of them on shrink film and I sealed them up with UV resin. So these are it. And actually I did the noodle Anya too. I was in love with her, so I did her too. So anyway, I colored them with my Copic and I made a copy of them, like I said, in printable shrinky dinks, and then I sealed them with UV resin, and actually they came out pretty good. I made a little space there so I can put little loop there so the recipient can hang it. Oh, I'm missing one of the little girls. She must be somewhere. She must have fell. So it was lots of fun. It's just regular UV resins. These have 3 coats of UV resins. I mean, if you take a small little coat of UV resin, then another little coat of UV resin, then you get the best results. It's just a little time consuming, but you do get better results with the more layers you do. And of course, you can dome them as well. There's plenty of videos on Shrinkity. But I'll show you the Shrinkity that I use, and I find it the best, to be honest with you. I use this one, the transparent printable Shrinkity, the clear, and this one is inkjet. And most printable Shrinkity are inkjet because the laser printers get too hot. Ergo, Shrinkity, it's gonna mess with the paper. So I think most of them take only inkjet, but there might be one available. I'm not sure. This can be kind of pricey. Actually, yesterday I looked on Amazon and it was $13, and then I looked today and it was $9.95. So it's so weird. They do sell this name brand in Hobby Lobby. I have seen this in Hobby Lobby, but I have tried the Shrinkity name brand of printable Shrinkity, and honestly, I like this graphic one better. The Grafix, which you can find on Amazon, I like it better. The Shrinkity name brand you can also find on Amazon, and I looked today and it was $16. And honestly, I like this one better, and it's cheaper. But also, I've seen the Shrinkity name brand cheaper other times too. So I don't know. Amazon sometimes has different prices on different days. I don't get it. But this is the Shrinkity that I like. This is the Shrinkity name brand inkjet printer. And this one, it kind of gives you like a white hue here. This one, when you print it, this is the Shrinkity brand. Keep in mind, though, this is not sealed. I haven't sealed this with the UV resin. And the reason I haven't sealed this with the UV resin is that the name brand Shrinkity definitely takes a little bit longer to dry. So you have to wait till it dries, and it sucks. Like, it has a lot more ink. If you see the difference between this one and this one, even though it's 2 different color images, because I colored one with black hair and one with brown hair. That's why. Keep in mind, this is sealed, but it gives you more of a transparent look. I mean, it does look more finished in the back, the Shrinkity name brand, but I don't know, something about the color, it sucks up the color as much. But what did help, though, when I reprinted is that I did lighten it up significantly. Only to number 1, I lightened up the color, and that's how I got this. So if you do buy the Shrinkity name brand, you definitely have to shrink it, the color, not shrink the color, reduce the color of the Shrinkity, because you know Shrinkity, as it shrinks, it intensifies the color. So you have to decrease the color. So especially if you use the Shrinkity, I put it Shrinkity name brand printable, you have to shrink it. I mean, not shrink it, I'm sorry guys. You have to put the color to 1. And I have a HP Office Pro printer. That's what I use, inkjet printer. But you'd have to reduce it, and when I reduced it to 1, it definitely helped a lot. But I do have to seal this, so this one of the reasons this one looks a little cuter too. But I must say on the back, these look more finished, but what you could do is paint these, but I like the results of these too a little bit better. And like I said, the graphic one dries definitely a little bit faster than the Shrinky Dink name brand. Okay. Also, you could use the Shrinky Dink that's not printable, of course, is much cheaper as well. Like, look at this gingerbread man that I made, but I colored him with color pencils, and this was using that dye from Lawn Fawn, the gingerbread dye, and then I put a Peachy Keen little stamp on it. But I sealed this guy, that's why he's a little wonky. You could, I sealed him with this embossing. You can seal it that, but I feel like the UV resin, you have more control. This, I'm not that crazy, but it's okay. It seals and it does, but it comes out a little bit more lumpy. I guess you can do a second and third coat and to even it out, and it'll probably look better. But honestly, I like using the UV resin, and then I just cure it on a nail UV light. But see, this one's colored with pencil, and this is the plain Shrinky Dink. I just colored it with pencils, and that's how it came out. But you could take your own images and just make copies with printable Shrinky Dink and seal them with UV resins, and you get customized, totally customized charms. Okay, so I will show you guys. See, this is her, maybe, and it's her, and this is her. I'm missing one little girl. She must have fell somewhere. And like I said, I colored these with my Copics. This one, the bathing suit. There we go. But if you guys have any questions on Shrinky Dinks, I love Shrinky Dinks. I like working with Shrinky Dinks. I know Crafty Hilo Girl was having some problems with Shrinky Dinks. She can reach out to me, girl, because I might be, I'm not an expert, but I might be able to help you. Oh, this little girl's missing too. These little girls must have fallen downstairs. A little Halloween. They must have fallen downstairs. I'll find them. And then I just made little charms. And like I said, there are 3 coats of UV resin, so it came out really good. It's a little time consuming, but, and this girl's, no, she's not missing. She is right here. Right here. And right here. Okay, so like I said, I like the Grafix 45 is cheaper, and I like it dries faster. The only thing is it doesn't give you that finished look that you get with the Shrinky Dink name brand. But you can always paint this. Paint this with white acrylic paint, or you could even put a little nail polish and seal it in the back, but it doesn't bother me that much. And this is the Shrinky Dink name brand, and this is the Grafix. And like I said, I have seen this in Hobby Lobby, and I think it's $9.95 to buy. We can't use the 40% coupon anymore. And also, this is another cover for the Shrinky Dink's name brand printable one too. And also, regular Rough and Tough Shrinky Dinks, super clear. That's what I use the little gingerbread for. That you can get any name brand. Grafix makes one too, and like it works just as well, and they're the same price, so it doesn't really matter if the Rough and Tough you get, which one works. So if you guys have any questions, just put it on the comments, and I should be able to help you out. I also bought these. I think these would be fun to try. These are the colored ones. I saw that Queen and Company came out with colored shrinky dinks. I haven't tried these. I'm going to try these. They should be fun, but these should be fun with a die. Like if you take the red one or the orange one and cut like a little pumpkin, a little shape of it and shrink it, it should be fun. And then you could seal it easy with the UV resin. I just want to do that project share. I hope you guys like my girls. Sorry about the missing ones. The Halloween one should be somewhere downstairs. All right, guys. Have a wonderful crafty day. Bye.